Independent journalists Matt Taibbi and Michael Schellenberger appeared before Congress yesterday for a hearing with the Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government. Now, as expected, the Democrats on the panel repeatedly attempted to bully both Taibbi and Schellenberger into giving up their Twitter file sources. I want to play for you. This is Stacey Plaskett, who began the attack. I mean, she was in her opening statement already out on offense, referring to them as so-called journalists. I want to play for you Stacey Plaskett really trying to get them to reveal their sources. Watch.
To these emails. Who was the individual that gave you permission to access the emails?
Well, the attribution from my story is sources at Twitter, and that's what I'm going to refer to.
Okay. Did Mr. Musk contact you, Mr. Taibbi?
Again, the attribution from my story is sources at Twitter.
Mr. Schellenberger, did Mr. Musk contact you?
Actually, no. I was brought in by my friend Barry Weiss, and so this story, there's been a lot of misinformation.
So Mr. Weiss brought you in. Mr. Taibbi, Ms. Weiss, thank you. Mr. Taibbi, have you had conversations with Elon Musk?
I have.
Okay. Mr. Taibbi, did Mr. Musk place any conditions on the use of the email?
Would the gentlelady yield for a second?
As long as my time is not used.
Are you trying to get journalists?
No, I'm not trying to get.
Sources?
No, I'm not.
Well,
I am asking.
Like it.
No.
It sure sounded like you're trying to get journalists to reveal their sources, which is really fascinating for me to watch. I mean, you know, we talked in the last segment about how government constantly tries to abuse their power and tries to intimidate, you know, the private citizen, the independent journalist, whoever that may be. But number one, these people seem very ill-equipped. As I'm going to play for you guys here in a bit after I get your thoughts, these people in Congress seem very ill-equipped to handle any of these things. She didn't even know that Barry Weiss was a female. She said Mr. Weiss is like, did you do any amount of research before you came to this meeting? No, you just wanted to bash these people and you wanted to find out their sources. Why? Why do you care who the source is? What does it matter to you? We have the documents. It clearly shows the government working in conjunction with these big tech companies to censor Americans. I guess, of course, you'd want to change the narrative to who was your source. Who freaking cares? You still did it. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's not the point. It's not like the whole entire ordeal. You had if you actually watch it a bit, but it's not like, for the most part, they're trying to dispute what was actually uncovered, for the most part. It's not really the dispute there. It's more of, well, you're out of pocket for doing it. And we want to try to at least strike some sort of fear that you shouldn't be doing it because, well, it's their allies that are being made to be looked bad with this whole situation. But that's the hilarious thing. I wish they would certainly go after these other mainstream journalists and their anonymous sources as they regurgitate whatever the hell it is that they often leftists want them to say. You don't see them coming before Congress being asked, like, who the hell told you, had you break that story? Certainly when it goes against their political enemies. That's all this is about. And I think everybody, for the most part, knows. It's who this condemns. It has nothing to do with the fact that they think there's some security threat or anything of that nature. This simply has to do with the fact that their allies, the people that, and themselves, obviously, as these Democrats in office, look bad because they're working in conjunction with these billion-dollar tech industries to punish their ideological enemies on various platforms. That's what it uncovered. Now, you can be mad all you want that, well, we know that we kind of already assumed that it was a thing. All the Twitter files did was confirm it. So be mad at us all you want to be mad at Taibbi, be mad at everybody there uncovering it, but it doesn't change the facts of the matter.
Yeah, it's fascinating, too, because, you know, you see the government talking about, I mean, she's asking, well, were there any deals made? It's like, and who cares if there was? If there's a private company that wants to pay someone, if someone wants to pay that private company for information, like, yes, and who cares if there was a deal made?
Well, they have to run cover because, I mean, everything got exposed. We knew that the Hunter Biden laptop was real the whole time and that we know that they were working in conjunction with the Department of Justice to censor that information. So now these politicians are like, oh, well, we got to do something to make these tech companies seem like they still, we're actually not protecting the deep state. So it's just obvious now all this is coming to light, and these politicians, when they go there, not even knowing who Barry Weiss is, not knowing who Matt Taibbi is, it's hard to say his last name, but like if she doesn't even know about the Twitter leaks, the Twitter files, she's not dialed in. She has no idea what's going on, in my opinion, with the Twitter censorship.
Yeah, I mean, how much do you really know if you don't know who Barry Weiss is?
In this particular subject, she's in that committee meeting talking about this. You don't use Twitter, obviously, if you don't know who Barry Weiss is and you don't know any of these. Michael Schellenberger, all these people, they're all pretty well known now if you've even just been on the platform for like 5 minutes.
Well, so it's not even these journalists. It's also like actual platforms themselves. I want to play. Who is this? Sylvia Garcia, Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia, sadly from Texas, but she is a Democrat, so I understand. She doesn't even know what a Substack is. She doesn't know what, she's like, there's something on the internet, it's called a Substack, I'm not sure what that is, watch.
Yet you yourself posted on your I guess it's kind of like a web page. I don't quite understand what Substack is, but that what I can say is that.
What is she, 1 billion years old? I guess it's sort of like a HTTP web page. I'm not sure what this is. Like, lady, I'm in favor for age limits. Congress, presidency, everywhere. This is a great example of why we need that.
Well, they're all stupid either way, even the young ones. I mean, look at no further than AOC.
Yeah, the younger ones might be dumb.
They'd at least know what Substack was.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, but to your point, yeah, a lot of you see, I don't know if you guys saw Bernie Sanders on what's his name show the other day.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, and him asking
equity versus equality.
He had no idea. He was completely out of his wit on that. And most of them are. Most of them, they get marching orders. I tell people this all the time. Like, you guys read these bills, right? And it'll be like co-sponsored. But you think they read that damn thing? That thing's like 5 million pages long. You think they wrote it? Like read it, let alone wrote it. You think they didn't know? These guys a lot of them have absolutely no idea what it is that they are talking about. And this is why it's so dangerous that we put so much power in these individuals when it comes to dictating what millions upon millions of people are supposed to do, especially in the economy. I mean, these Keynesian economists that work for these guys are completely out of their wit. They don't know what they're talking about. Everybody's guessing, but we're expected to hang on to them as far as what we're supposed to do in the future, or how we're supposed to spend money, or how we're supposed to act. And when you ask these guys basic questions pertaining to stuff that they should have had long enough time to research, they don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I wanna play one
play
more
the
clip
next clip. This is the best part.
Sylvia Garcia completely lost once again. Watch.
I'll move on. And I wanted to ask Mr. Schellenberger the same question, sir. When did you first visit with or get contacted by Mr. Musk?
I'm not going to reveal my sources, but like I said, I was invited by Barry Weiss.
I'm not asking for sources, sir. I'm just asking for chronology. When did you first make contact with Mr. Musk?
I don't know the exact date.
Was it?
It was December. It was December.
December of, well, there's a lot of Decembers in
December
history,
of last year.
Which December?
December of last year.
1999.
Last year, the 22?
Yes.
All right. Now, in your discussion, in your answer, you also said that you were invited by a friend, Barry Weiss?
My friend Barry Weiss.
Okay. So this friend works for Twitter, or what is her?
She's a journalist.
Sir, I didn't ask you a question. I'm now asking Mr. Schellenberger a question. Please
Yes, ma'am. Barry Weiss is a journalist.
I'm sorry, sir?
She's a journalist.
She's a journalist. So you work in concert with her?
Yeah.
Do you know when she first was contacted by Mr. Musk?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you're in this as a threesome?
There was many more people involved than that.
There was many more people involved with that. Are you being paid to be here today, either through consulting fees, campaign contributions to your
Absolutely
next
not.
run?
This is our Congress. That's exactly what's going on through their head. Like, holy cow, they probably all turning to anarchists right there. Like, are we seeing this is who's running the country right now?
Journalism orgies.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, just the ineptitude of her questioning. She had no idea what she was talking about.
She didn't know what she was asking.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't even know what the room was about. These politicians, she's like, what is this? Is it a big tax interest? I mean, give me a break. What a waste of time.
So you're saying you worked in concert with them. Like
Elon Musk, yeah.
I mean, I guess they gave me the information. I don't really know what you want me to say. Wait, did you just accuse me of having a threesome?
If you like that clip, there is plenty more where that came from. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the News and Why It Matters YouTube channel to watch the full episode.